Hi guys, it's Metal Misty here again for another little video blog. I've been thinking about the last couple of weeks and how difficult it's been financially for myself personally because of this accident and consequently all the operations I've been having on my wrist. And what I thought about was maybe some other people have the same problem and they don't know where to look for help for finances and things like that. So what I'm going to do on this particular video blog is just to give you guys an idea of what helps out there, where to go. A lot of stuff you probably know already, especially if you've been in the same position for a long time, but it's just in case. So I've just done a quick list of things that might help you generally. So the first thing I thought about is once you've finished, if you've taken a lot of time off work, you've gone through statutory sick pay. That's something that obviously the employer has to give you. After the statutory sick pay finishes, where's the money come from? So there's something called employment support, or employment and support, and that is either contribution based or it's income based. Contribution based means that you contributed with your I think it's national insurance and things like that over the years. So you basically have a whole year of £73 a week or something like that, or £73 every 2 weeks. No, £73 every week, but you'll be given ESA every 2 weeks. And then the other one is going to be, if I just look at my list here, income based. So depends on if you've been working for a long time, and then you can be income based employment support. And that's on the government's websites to have a look at. So that's one possibility. So after statutory sick pay has gone through, get in contact with the Job Centre Plus of your local area. Ask for employment support, or have a look on the internet about it, and see if you're qualified for that. The other thing you can ask for is housing benefit. So if you're on low wage, I've got a partner, husband, obviously I'm not working, potentially it's possible to get some housing benefit help. Again, you've got to be within a certain criteria of how much total income in the year you get against how much you can get help with housing. Be careful that you don't, you tell them everything. You've got to be absolutely 100% and legal about it. And if your job does change and they still give you some extra money, they might actually end up asking you to give money back, which is also a problem, so be careful of that. The other thing you can look for is council tax, any help with council tax. Personally, I'm having problems with that. Even though I'm employment support, it's not actually covering all my council tax. So if you find you can't actually pay for your council tax, at least try and pay a little bit per month and let people know. After everything that's happened, if you let people know, banks know, council tax, housing, everybody who needs to know your situation, it's better than being quiet, because then they know what's going on and they might have ability to help you out. Excuse me. If you've got children, child tax credit, child tax benefit. There's a working side of that, and also if you have childcare, if you have to put children into childcare, the child tax benefit side of it helps towards childcare. So if you say, I think it's up to 70% they can pay. But you can only get that if you're on unemployment support. If you're not working, you're not getting any income at all from any benefits, I believe, we must check with that, the child tax credit side of it, for the childcare element, doesn't get paid. So just check to make sure that you can get some help. The other thing you can do is, I think there's some vouchers, child tax vouchers, or nursery or school vouchers you can get from your employer, even if they don't pay you. So that's another possibility. There's also something called industrial injuries benefit. That's something which I think you go through the job centre again for. So again, just find it on the internet maybe. It's industrial injuries benefit. So if you've had an accident at work and you want to see if you qualify from £35 a week or something like that. You need to go for a medical, and there's like a survey questionnaire you have to fill in as well. And then they say how much percentage disability you have because of this injury. And I think the minimal you've got to be is 15%. Anything under that, if you're 14%, they won't pay. So that's industrial injuries. You also can go for a personal injuries plan, or PIP, PIP. Again, I think that's through Job Centre. Again, look on the internet. And that's something else. You have to see if you're qualifying for that. I personally wasn't able to qualify for that, but other people might be able to. So have a look into that. But as I said, most things are found in the Job Centre Plus website, on the government website, if need be, or just phone them up and just ask them, because they won't give you this information. They won't phone up and tell you, oh, you can have this or try this. I found most of this through CAB, through the Citizens Advice Bureau, and also by months and months and months of searching what else could be helping me personally. The other thing that's cool is if you are on low income, employment support, income support, anything along those lines, you may be able to get an HC2, which basically is a whole year prescription free form. So you can have free dentist, free glasses, free eye tests, but generally the best thing about it is if you have prescriptions for medication, you and your partner, if you have one, and if you reach the criteria, would be eligible for free prescriptions for the year. So I'm on my second one now, and it's an absolute amazing thing, because there's no way I can afford personally all these prescriptions for my meds and everything like that. So it's called an HC2, H for hotel, C for Charlie 2, number 2. Just ask your doctor, GP, for the form. You need to fill it in, and then you send it off, and then the HC2 form comes back. So there's maybe an HC1 form. It's basically an application for free prescriptions or free NHS services. So that's really, really helpful. Even free dentist treatment up to a certain point, and also free appointments as well. So it's always worth finding out if you can have these things, because no one's going to tell you, hey, you can have this, So you've got to look. In this world, you have to fight for yourself, and you have to defend yourself. So this is why I want to do this blog, to try and help you guys out. So the other thing is, the one I've just remembered recently is the marriage person's allowance. Just in case, I remember it vaguely coming out, I think about 10 years ago. I thought I did it, we hadn't. So the marriage person's allowance actually allows, I think the male side of the partnership, if you're 2 females or 2 males, I believe it's the same, but just double check. And it lowers the tax on basically how much that the couple pays for the year. Sadly, I don't think they backdate it. We probably end up needing backdating 10 years at least, but they haven't done that. But you can be backdated, I think, a couple of months or something. So talk to HMRC, the website, or the tax office, and they will help you apply. You can do it online. It's very, very easy to apply and to see if you're actually able to have this tax allowance. So that's my list for help. If you've got any questions, if you found something else which you think you've found that I haven't mentioned that needs mentioning, please just stick a comment down the bottom. And this is for everybody. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for recognition. I think we as a species need to help each other, and especially when people aren't very well and they need financial help. There's not a lot of help out there, and the only way you can find it is by looking, or by people telling you, have a look at this. So I hope this helps somebody, and good luck with anything you're going on with, and hopefully I'll see you in a few weeks with this thing off. Okay, take care. Bye.